Hello, it's Jeff Evans taking you through the Level 3 Spreadsheets for Accounting Sample Assessment 2. I've already done the other one somewhere else. So on the right-hand side, I've got the assessment downloaded off the AAT website. And on the left-hand side, I've got the sample assessment. So I'm going to take you through what you need to do to complete the assessment. Then what you'll need to do, and the exams officer and the tutors will go through what you need to do to save it and also upload it. When it comes to the assessment, it says file save as SPSH, your AAT number, and then .xlx. Again, as I said, I'm just going to take you through what you need to do to complete the tasks. It said the worksheet titled Sales Sample shows a sample of sales data for the last month in the worksheet. So we can see that here. So sales type, category, the amount, and the staff name. It says insert a footer showing the draft and the page number should be entered as a field. Okay, so let me show you. So let's go to page layout. And I'm going to insert a footer. So insert a footer. So go to the footer. And it says draft, D-R-A-F-T. And I'm going to put in the page number. Then just click off it. And then you'll see it's put the page numbers in. Go back to view. Go to normal. You can actually just go to insert, add and footer, go to footer, and then you can put the information in. Okay, so we've done that one. Then it says we're going to sort the data fields. So we're going to sort the data by sales type, first, A to Z, and then category. So watch what we'll do. You need to do this to do the subtotals and things. So we're going to highlight over all of the data. And then we're going to sort it. So if you go to Home, and then go to Sort and Filter, and then go to Custom Sort. So the first thing it tells you is to do it by sales type. And then it says A to Z, which you've done there. It also says, and then category. So go to add another level. So that is category. And again, that one is A to Z. So we can put that in, and you'll see it's sorted in the categories and so on and so forth, and the sales types. And then it says create subtotals. So start again. So create subtotals, show the total number, so count, of sales per sales type. I'll just show you what it says on the screen in case you haven't got access to it. I'm just doing this one here. So it says create subtotals showing the total number count of sales per sales type. So we're going to highlight over all the data again. And then we're going to go to subtotals. So let's go to data. And then we've got subtotals here. Well, it tells us in the question that it wants us to do it as the total number of sales. So just make sure this is on count. That's sales, that's per type, okay? So let's put sales type in there. And it also wants the count. So we've got that in there as well. So click OK. And then you'll see what it's done is it's put them in the correct order. So you've got 11, so we've done different subtotals of children's party sales, cupcake sales, so on and so forth. You have to be really careful when you're doing this. So just let me show you. Because when you go into subtotal, do it as it tells you to. Because what I've done in the past, accidentally. Let's do it again. And if you put in other things, such as the amount, yeah, and the sales type, so that was sales type, wasn't it? Watch what happens. See, this time it's put the 11 in here. Now that's a big problem when it comes to doing the assessment later on, because this figure is the total of the sales. Okay, so you have to be really careful not to put anything in the amount here. So I'm going to go back again and highlight it again. Just telling you, because I did that before and I got the wrong figure. So let's go on to, there we go. So subtotal, and I'm going to take off the amount this time. And then watch what happens. See, it's not on there now. Just out of interest, got the correct sales figure here as well. Bear that in mind. Okay, so we've done that. So let's just show you where we're up to. So we've sorted the data. We've created the subtotals, just so you can see it. And we've done that. So it says now in the sales check worksheet, so this next worksheet, it says copy and paste, but not paste link, the number of each category sold in cells D, so D2 to D5 using the subtotals created. So what it means, it wants us to do, so the number of children's party sales, but we have to copy and paste it. So watch, I'm going to go onto here, onto the sales type. I'm going to right click, copy, and then I go onto the sales check. And remember, when it goes to paste, you've got all of these functions here. It says do not paste link, which is what we'll do later. So I'm just going to paste the values, okay? So let's just paste the values. So for the next one, so again, so for the cupcake course, or cupcake course, sorry, cupcake sales. So copy. That was a mouthful. Cupcake course sales. So paste values. Let's do the next one. So number 33, internet sales. So copy and paste into the values. And then finally, to the one which is shop sales. So copy and paste values. Okay, so we've done that. Excuse me. So we've done that and we haven't used the copy link. Then it says use a formula in cells E2 to E5 to calculate the average sales revenue for each sales type. So all we're going to do here obviously is equals. So the average selling price, which is £140, times number sold, 11, which gives us 1,540. I'm just going to drag that down because I know that's correct. So we've done that one. So we've calculated the sales, E2 to E5, and then delete row 6. So this here, we're going to highlight the row, right click, and then delete it. So delete row 6. And then it says use the appropriate function in E6 to total the average sales. So all we're doing in here is just doing your total. So I'm going to use the auto sum just to add them together. 5701. Okay, easier to do. Excuse me. Done that one. So then it says for number H in format, so format cells E10. So this is E10. And we're going to do it to percentages to 2 decimal places. So right click, format cells, percentage to 2 decimal places. So we've done that. And then it says, then calculate the actual sales as a percentage of the total average sales. So they give you the format, so total average sales divided by total average sales. So equals, so actual sales divided by average sales equals 99.9%. And then what we're going to do, we're going to use conditional formatting if the result in E10 is between 90% and 110%, as it is in this case. Highlight the cell's background, light green and dark green text. So conditional formatting. So let's do it here. So conditional formatting, and then we're going to highlight the rules. And this one we've got, because it's between, isn't it? So between, okay. So it's between, what does it say? It's between 90%. So I'm going to change it here. 90% and 110%. 110%. And it wants it to be a background of light green and dark green text. So thankfully, you've got those on here. So green fill, dark green text. Okay, then click OK. So that's between 90 and 110. Sure, it says if it goes 89. See, it's not green then, is it? Shows you back. So it's just basically saying, isn't it? So conditional formatting, go on to the rules, so between, and then I did here. So I go to conditional formatting, highlight rules between, and it's between 100, so what's it again? 90%, 90%, and 110%. And then it was green. That's it. Okay. So we've done that one. Good. And then number 2. Excuse me. In the A1 extended trial balance, this one. So let's see what it says. It says make the title visible on row 2 to a row height of 21. So that one there, because we can't see it. So we're going to right click, or even just click on row 2, right click. You see where it's got row height, and then just change that to 21 so we can see it. So we've done that. And then it will tell us in a minute, it will tell us to make, we've done that. So merge the title across A to I in rows 2. So we're going to merge them. Let's just make a bit smaller so you can see. So we're going to highlight them across those cells it tells us to. And then I'm going to go on to merge and center, which is one of these tabs we've got here. I'll make it bigger so you can see. So merge and center. And it also, for some reason, next tells us to do it in italic as well. So I'm going to do it in italic to save moving it over. So we've done that one, you can see. So we've merged the cells. We've done it in italic or italicized the title. And now we're going to format cells B6 to I31 to number format with the 1000 operator. So from B6 through to I31, we think, yeah. And then right click, and then go on to format cells, onto number. You see here, you've got a little tick box to make for the use of the 1000 separator. So we click that one, and you see it puts that separator in for us, and it's to 2 decimal places. Is it? Doesn't say 2 decimal places, so no, it's not, it's just 1000 separator. Okay, so we've done that. Next it says, find and replace to correct the spelling of less with sales, and then take a screenshot to show the number of replacements after clicking the replace all button. So watch. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go to find, it's like Word this one. So I'm going to find, we're going to look for SLES, and then we're going to replace it with sales. Spelling mistake, isn't it? And then we're going to go replace all. And there are 2 replacements. Before we do anything, we need to take a screenshot of it. So don't forget to do this, because otherwise you'll lose the marks. So watch. Oh, there's what I did earlier. So I'm going to, no, I'll do it properly. So I'm going to go, I tend to use the snipping tool. So I'm going to do a new one. And I'm going to highlight what I want. Or, you know, my computer's not very good for doing screen print. But you can do a screen print as well. It does the same thing. So edit, copy. Okay. And then it tells us to put it, and it's OK first. So you'll see it's changed them sales there. Sales. It's not slash now, it's sales. So I can close that. And then go to screenshot and then paste it. So we'll get the marks for that when it comes to doing the assessment. So I think we're on here, aren't we? Let's go back. So we've done that, replace all, and then in cell A33, A33 was in this one, so I want to, in A33, oh yeah. We're going to use the appropriate formula to count the number of nominal accounts used in the extended trial balance between A6 and A29. So in A6 and A29, where does it tell us to put it? It tells us to put it in A33. Okay. And we're going to count the amount of nominal codes here. So we go equals count. And you see these you get here. So count A is where it counts the text. If you just do count, it'll just count the numbers. Okay, so you have to make sure that you go to count A. So watch count A. And then I'm going to highlight over all of those nominal codes, nominal ledgers, as it says. And then close the brackets. And we should have 23. Okay, see, so count A. That's important because if you don't put A, it goes to count the numbers. If you just use the count function, see, there's no numbers in there. So you have to use count A. And then highlight over all of those nominal codes, which is what we've done. So we've done that one. So we've done number 2. And then for number 3, it says in the A3 SPL worksheet, which is this one here, A3 SPL worksheet, the depreciation journal needs to be linked to the SPL worksheet. Okay, so in B23, which is this one, the depreciation, use the appropriate formula. So it's like a copy and paste link, it says this time. So copy and paste link cell C8 in the A2 journals in the worksheet. So let's go to the journals. We've got the depreciation here. So we're going to copy, see, and then go back to the A3 SPL. And this depreciation here, we're going to paste link it now. So watch, so we did paste values before, but now we need to do paste link. So watch what happens. You see the formula, go back again. It shows you using the journals and which cell it's in. And again, it's important to do that because then you get the marks. And if that's not there, it'll be marked incorrectly. The good thing about that, if you change the journal figure in here, yeah, I'll just show you. If I change it to 1,000. The good thing about paste link is it changes it automatically, see? So it saves you having to mess around. So paste link is a really good way of doing things. So there we go. So we've done that one. So we've covered a couple of paste link. And then in cell L3, use the appropriate formula to calculate the maximum expense. Okay, so let's go up here. So we want the maximum expense, so equals max. So double click on max. Then highlight over those expenses to find out which is the maximum. And then the minimum, so equals and min. And again, over the expenses. And then, obviously it seems like average, but let's double check. So L5, which is this one, we need to do an average expenses. So again, equals average, equals AVER. So average, and then highlight over the expenses. So we've done that. Good, good, good. Now we're going to create a 3D pie chart of the expenditure A16 to B24. So we're going to do a pie chart. So we're going to highlight over the expenditure of the amount. And then we're going to insert a chart. Let's go for the ones it gives us under the pie. And it wants a 3D pie chart, which is what we've got here. Okay. And then it wants us to change the chart title to expenditure 20x5. Okay, so chart title, expenditure 20x5. Okay, so we've done that. I've got a printout of the assessment, so it'll keep me stuck moving over. It now says, adding the data labels to show the actual figures in each slice. Okay, so it wants to show the actual figures. So watch. So we're going to click on the graph, and if you go to that bit here, so we're going to data labels. Okay, and we've got the figures. The thing I like about this one, you get the best fit. Okay, so you've got all these other things like center, inside, outside, but this one is the best fit. Okay, and it wants it against each slice. So that's fine. I'm going to make it bigger in a minute, so that'll be better. So we've done that. So we've done add the data labels to show the actual cell. And now we're going to change the size of the pie chart. So it's in H15 to T38. Okay. So just click on it and then we'll move it to H15, which is there. Methinks, all right? H15 down to T38. T38. See, you can see it a bit better now, can't you? And you got that's all correct. That's good. So we've done that. Good. And the next one, which is the last one, that's gone quick, seems quicker than the other task. The next one is A4 of the statement of financial position. So this one. And it says change the cell or the formula in E21. So E21 is over here. And it says to E18 plus E8. So this one, E18 plus E9. So just change it to E8 and you'll see that makes it correct. Okay. And then in cell E41, use an appropriate formula to identify the difference between cell E28 and E37. So E41, which funny enough I'm in. So we'll go to equals. So I want to see if there's any difference between E28, which is that one, minus E37. Should be nothing. Yeah, there's nothing there. Did it work? Should try it again. So equals E28 minus E37. Yeah, that's better. Well, there's nothing there, so that's good because it's right. You can see there's no difference between them. If there was something difference between them, it would be wrong, wouldn't it? But there we go. So then it says, okay, in the print settings, change the worksheet orientation to landscape. Fit the sheet on one page and change the margin to 0.5, but do not print. Okay. So again, for this one, again, you'll be able to mark it. So we're going to File and Print. Okay. And it wants the orientation to be landscape. And it wants to fit on one page. So the scaling, fit on one page. But then it wants the left margin to be 0.5. So watch. I'm going to go on to custom margins. And you can see I've got all the margins here. So I'm going to change the left one to 0.5. If I can type it. It's 0.5. Then click OK. And you see how it moves it across? Okay. It says don't print it. But the important thing about it is if I just move on now and go somewhere else. Okay. And I go back to here. So I'm coming to mark it now. So if I go to File and Print, see, it's got it ready, isn't it? So it's all right. So it's got the correct margins. You can fit on one page on landscape. So they can mark it just by checking your spreadsheet. So make sure you do it right. Okay. Nearly there. And then finally, this one, it says protect the worksheet cells from A1, so this one here, through to H38. Okay, so that they cannot be amended, and then protect the worksheet. So A1 to H38. So A1 to H38. It wants us to protect them, so you can't type in these particular cells. Okay, so remember what I said previously, they tend to be A lot of the Excel worksheets tend to be already locked. So I'm just going to here and just check. So highlight it all, right click, and then go into format cells, and then protection. At the moment, all of these are unlocked, okay, which is good for us because we're going to lock the cells that we want to protect. So sometimes what we do, particularly in the last assessment, is where they're automatically all locked. So you have to unlock them all first, just by clicking on the tabs here. So unlock them, and then we're going to highlight the cells that we want to protect. So highlight them. So A1 to H38. Then we're going to right click, format cells. This time we're going to lock those cells, okay? Click OK. And then go on to data. Was it view? That's on to review, isn't it? And we're going to protect the worksheet now. So watch. Well, here it says protect worksheet of contents of locked cells. So we lock these cells. So look, can't type anything in there. Well, sorry, with the wrong cell. But from in here, oh, see, it doesn't let me type in it. Only lets me type outside of it because these are protected. You don't want some clown typing in things in your hard work, do you? Okay, so that's what we've done in relation to that. Okay, so you can watch that back just to remind yourself of how to do it. And that's it. Okay, so good luck. Practice, practice, practice. Any specific questions, don't hesitate to come back to me and I'll do my best to answer them. I did do quite a few spreadsheet recordings on the old synoptic assessments for level 3. They were awful. Lots and lots of formulas and lots of different things to do. But they are on there if you wanted to have a look at them. But anyway, best of luck.